This is Irontrader. It is Friday morning, TGIF. Wow, what a wet and wild week we had this week here. So, as usual, we are going to review crude oil here and natural gas. This video is for information purposes only, not a recommendation to buy, selling stock, commodity, ETF. Please like, subscribe. Thanks for watching. Okay, here we have crude oil daily chart, natural gas daily chart. Now, before we get started here, Friday, this has been a really fantastic week here. So just make sure that you bank some profits, put them in your pocket here so we can see what's going on for next week. Now, we had this huge rally here, so any kind of a pullback here is not going to be anything, going to be a big surprise going on. Now, remember, end of the year here, a lot of times you get is tax selling, and then we'll have a rally into the end of the year, so always keep that in mind. Okay, here we have the crude oil here. So far what we have is an inside day, which basically your high and low is the inside of yesterday's candle. So you always want to watch that candle and that high and that low of yesterday. What you had was a 72.88, and then we had 70.66 on the bottom here. Now, so far today here, we have this 8-day, but you see now it crossed over that 50-day and 21-day, and that's looking pretty good. But we have what they call just a sideways action going on here. So let's take a look at the upside. So far today, we had a high of 72.25. We want to go to yesterday's high. That's that 72.88 level. Then we can come right to the bottom of that candle there. You're looking at 73.26. That'd be your next resistance level. Then we'll come up to the top of this candle at 74.45 level here. And then we come right up to this 100-day. That's going to be your big target, 74.60. If it gets up there, we have to see what kind of reaction do we get, okay? Is it going to be like this and sell off, like that and sell off? When you hit these major resistance levels here, you have to be a little bit careful. So if you even look like when you look at this candle, yeah, did it pop above? Yeah, but you notice that it closed below there for the day. In the same way with here, you got a little bit above, but then it closed below. So you always got to watch out when you have these big key levels here. But again, if you can get above that, then we'll look at right at the top of this candle, 75.08. We'll come up here, 76.24, and then we're going to have that 77.08, that 200-day. That's your big target, and then right there at 78.46. Now, seasonality hasn't really played out very good here on the crude oil. I think it had everything to do with this election and everything on that here in the United States. But it is what it is, okay? So what we're looking for here now is usually the first week of December is where you buy crude and you run it up the first couple of days there of January. But we got to see how that's all going to shake out because it didn't really sell off like we did because we had a couple issues. Number one was the hurricane season. Number two is with these war premiums that are built in. So we got to always want to be careful a little bit over the weekend. There hasn't been no retaliation yet from Iran to Israel. And I think that there will be back and forth kind of situation. But right now, everything just seems to be kind of a calm situation. So we got to always take that into consideration at the time of the year and the seasonality play. Okay, so the downside here, what you do is now everything is jammed right up here. So we're looking at that 71.03. That's your 8 SMA here. And then we have your 50-day at 70.76. And then we have 70.79. Everything is jammed right up here, right in that one area. So again, if that's lost, then we're going to go here to yesterday's low. You got 70.66, and we'll come over here to the bottom of this candle here. You're looking at 70.25, and then we have 69.74 level, and then we can just work yourself right on down 69.32 level. And then we'll come right here to 68.30, and then we have 67.28, and then your big retest down there at 66.72. But I like to show you where it could possibly go. But realistically, we just watch that 8, that 21-day, and that 50-day. Everything is right here. But usually when that price gets above that 8-day, she can rally up here very nicely. But let's see how this all shakes out. That doesn't mean that 8-day can't roll over, just like what we had here. But right now, we just have sideways action. Now, we have the rig count at 1 o'clock. That's not really what you call a market mover. So let's just see how this all shakes out. Okay, RSI here, you're looking at 51 here. That's not really telling you much. Your green is still over your red, so that still has momentum there to the upside. Okay, let's take a now look here at natural gas and see what's going on with that. Okay, here we have the old natural gas. Now, we had this big engulfing candle here. Now, again, this is like a possible bull flag situation going on here. Okay, so you can see where she's leaning on down. It's not really a good bull flag, but it's still like a bull flag situation. Let's see if it plays out. Now, if you start losing all these areas here, like all these support levels here, and it comes down to 21, well, then that bull flag is negated. Okay, so let's look at the upside here first. So this is what you're really watching is 2.72. That's going to be very key. That's that 8 simple moving average. And then we can go to yesterday's high. You always want to watch the previous high, 2.77 level. Then you got that 2.79, and then we have that 2.81, and then we have that 2.83, I should say, and then we come right up here to this 2.91 level here. That is going to be your upside target if it gives a rally. But you got to get above all these. Now you can see the top of these candles. See, we have a lower high, and so far we have an inside day. So we got to see how this is all going to shake out. Now, downside, we're pretty much holding right here, this 2.65 level. You look at it right across. Now, again, if that's lost, you're going to come right down here to 2.63, and then we'll look to the top of that candle, roughly 2.58 level, and then we come down to that 21-day at 2.55, and then we have that 50-day at 2.53 level. Now, again, if it does sell all the way down here and it holds these levels, that would be the good buying opportunity to take this long, because seasonality is still in play here for the old natural gas. Winters haven't even started here yet, realistically, and it looks like everything is moving like August, is now September, October, November, kind of a situation. So it looks like it's like a month off or something that's been here for the last couple of years. So let's just see how this all shakes out. But I don't see this spiking up to $10 like we had last year. I just don't see where that's going to happen. But who knows? Okay, this is natural gas. I don't call it the widowmaker for nothing. So today, what we have here is that inside day. So what you really want to watch is just yesterday's candle, that 2.77 on the top, and that 2.65 on the bottom. And that's pretty much what you're trading. If we can get above that 8-day, well, then maybe we can start rolling up here and hit that target up here, that 2.91. If we start losing that 2.65, well, then we have two big targets, that 21-day and that 50 SMA here. Okay, well, we're sitting kind of flat line 54 here on the RSI. That could go either direction, and your green is over your red. So we pretty much have the same thing going on in natural gas like we have in crude oil going on here. So right now, just watch all the key support levels here on the crude, and then over here, watch that 2.65. But really, yesterday's high and low, that's what we're trading against today. Okay. I'll be back here in midday trading. We'll take a look here at crude oil, natural gas, and then we'll throw something else, in the oil mix. Remember, this is Friday, okay? So, like for me, I always cut my positions down. If I'm trading 5,000 shares, then I cut that down to say 2,500 or maybe 3,000 shares here, because you want to go out on a weekend very relaxed and come out Monday. You want to come out shooting again here. Now, remember here, right now the market is kind of pretty much flat. Nasdaq's down just a little bit, but it's not really telling you a whole lot. We've got a lot of day yet to go here, but just trade what's in front of you, okay, not what you want.